Breaking news! Is Pittsburgh about to make the most shocking quarterback signing in recent NFL history? Tensions are rising as one of the league's most controversial and polarizing players continues to keep the Steelers and the entire fan base on edge. Rumors are swirling, insiders are divided, and speculation is dividing opinions among fans and analysts alike. But what's really going on behind the scenes? I'll give you all the details right now. Before I go any further, I want to ask you a very important question. In your opinion, should Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin be fired, or should they stay with the Steelers for next season? Comment below with your opinion. In any case, hit the like button if you're a true Steelers fan. Now, I need your attention. I want to start by talking about this topic. The Kansas City Chiefs are reportedly likely to trade wide receiver Hollywood Brown this offseason, just months after signing him. Brown, a 27-year-old former first-round pick, has struggled with injuries and consistency since his 1,000-yard season with the Ravens in 2021. After stints in Arizona and an injury-plagued year in Kansas City, his availability raises questions about his value and fit for a team like Pittsburgh. While the Steelers could use a true Z receiver to complement DK Metcalf, Brown's injury history, including a fractured foot, shoulder separation, and multiple lower body issues, makes him a risky addition. Despite his speed and route-running ability, his drop issues and declining production could outweigh the upside. If the Steelers pursue him, the price must be low, likely a sixth-round pick. With multiple slot receivers and emerging talent in Kansas City, Brown may be the odd man out. Should Pittsburgh make a move or pass on the risk? We've been hearing the rumors for weeks, but now the noise is louder than ever. And while the team is still operating under a veil of uncertainty, the latest information from NFL insiders like Ian Rappaport and Jeremy Fowler paints a picture too compelling to ignore. According to Rappaport, the Steelers are increasingly confident that Aaron Rodgers will choose Pittsburgh as his next destination. Rappaport didn't mince words. He said, "The Steelers are hopeful that will happen, though as of yet, Rodgers has yet to give what Rappaport described as firm and final word." Jeremy Fowler echoed that sentiment, adding that Pittsburgh remains in contact with Rodgers and is still hopeful that he'll be wearing black and gold in 2025. There's no signed contract yet, but insiders agree it feels like something is brewing. Still, without Rodgers' official commitment, questions continue to swirl. What's the holdup? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Mark Kaboly from the Pat McAfee Show recently shifted his prediction. Just 2 weeks ago, he expected Rodgers to sign before organized team activities, OTAs, on May 27th. Now, he claims there's no chance of that happening. "He's not coming to OTAs, you crazy," Kaboly said, citing Rodgers' long-standing pattern of skipping off-season programs. Kaboly's about-face raises eyebrows. Why would someone so plugged in reverse course so dramatically? Especially considering Rodgers has a history of joining late and still delivering MVP-level performances. In fact, he's done just that, skipping off seasons, walking into training camp, and lighting up the field. Could this just be vintage Rodgers? Yet not everyone agrees with Kaboly's take. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk insists Rodgers will sign before OTAs and is already fully equipped with Arthur Smith's playbook. According to Florio, the delay is part of a strategic effort to avoid distractions during the early, non-football-heavy phases of the offseason. In other words, Rodgers wants to show up when it really counts, not during walkthroughs and weightlifting. So who's right? Is Rodgers about to shock everyone by walking into UPMC Rooney Sports Complex before May 27th? Or will he wait until the dog days of summer? Either way, the Steelers' top brass seem to believe Rodgers is seriously considering Pittsburgh. After all, if he wasn't, wouldn't he have respectfully declined by now? The team's optimism suggests there's more going on beneath the surface. And here's where it gets even more compelling. This isn't just about timing. It's about trust. If Rodgers wasn't interested in Pittsburgh, insiders believe he wouldn't be dragging this out. He respects Mike Tomlin too much to string the organization along without genuine interest. So the longer this goes, the stronger the feeling that Rodgers is just biding his time. Let's be honest. Rodgers to Pittsburgh would be one of the boldest moves in recent franchise history. And with Arthur Smith's offensive mind paired with the likes of DK Metcalf and George Pickens, the potential upside is tantalizing. But chemistry takes time.
Every day Rodgers waits is one less day to sync with his new weapons, understand the system, and build trust with the locker room. But now we turn it to you, the heart of Steelers Nation. What do you think about this situation? Will Aaron Rodgers sign before OTAs begin? Will he skip the offseason and only show up for training camp? Or is this all smoke and no fire? Let us know in the comments right now. Will Rodgers sign before OTAs, after, or not at all. Because the reality is, Steelers fans aren't just wondering if Rodgers will sign, they're questioning what version of Rodgers will show up if he does. Let's not forget, this isn't the MVP of 2020 and 2021 walking into Pittsburgh untouched. This is a veteran quarterback coming off a torn Achilles who hasn't taken a real NFL snap in over a year. That's a major gamble for a franchise in desperate need of stability and leadership at the quarterback position. Now, zoom out for a second. Look at what this means for the entire roster. If Rodgers does arrive, whether before OTAs or at the start of training camp, the ripple effects are immediate. The playbook transitions from a developing offense to a veteran-led, win-now unit. DK Metcalf suddenly has a proven deep ball thrower. George Pickens gains a quarterback who can feed him in stride. Pat Freiermuth might finally get the consistent red zone usage he's been craving. But the upside doesn't come without real risk. Remember, Rodgers is 41. He's had injuries. He's missed significant offseason time before. And yes, he's also walked into locker rooms and made instant impacts. But that was with teams and systems he already knew well. This time, it's a new city, a new coaching staff, and a fan base that doesn't have time to wait. The Steelers front office seems to understand this urgency. They've reportedly remained in regular communication with Rodgers, from FaceTime calls to meetings and even a reported visit to Pittsburgh. That visit, insiders say, left team officials feeling strongly that Rodgers wants to wear black and gold. That's not speculation. That's a team reading the room and hearing things from Rodgers' own camp that give them confidence. But with every passing day, that confidence gets tested. Because no matter how much faith you have in Rodgers' abilities, the optics of him skipping OTAs while learning a brand new offense aren't ideal. Chemistry doesn't build itself. Timing with new receivers isn't automatic. And for a team that's struggled to find consistency under center since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, this feels like the last chance to get it right. Now let's shift focus just briefly, because while the Rodgers storyline dominates headlines, there's also movement around the edges of the roster. After rookie minicamp, the Steelers signed Notre Dame's Max Hollman, a special teams standout and punt return specialist. It's a small move on paper, but it signals Pittsburgh's continued push for depth and versatility. Hollman's not expected to contribute as a backfield weapon like Trey Sermon, but on special teams, he could become a hidden asset. Meanwhile, AFC North rivals are dealing with their own issues. The Bengals are at odds with edge rusher Trey Hendrickson, and Shamar Stewart, their first-round pick, is currently refusing to participate in the offseason program. Over in Cleveland, linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is now out for the entire 2025 season due to a lingering neck injury. Suddenly, the division feels more winnable if the Steelers can solidify the quarterback position. And here's the million-dollar question. Is Rodgers the right guy to lead this team forward? He's got the accolades. He's got the arm. He's got the resume. But does he still have the fire? Is he willing to buy into Mike Tomlin's system, work with Arthur Smith, and immerse himself in the team culture, even if that means doing things a little differently than he has in the past? So what do you think? If Rodgers signs with the Steelers, does he need to be present for OTAs to make a real impact? Or can he afford to wait until training camp and still be the guy to take this team deep into the playoffs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth Steelers updates like this one every single week. Check out the videos on screen now for more news and exclusive analysis.